Welcome to Jerk and Jollof with the JOOFS, and thank our sponsors, Jerk and Jollof Restaurant, 37 Manor Road, Wallington. Go there, hit them up for your Jerk and Jollof. It's absolutely amazing. All right, welcome to another edition of Jerk and Jollof with the JOOFS. On my left, we have Nicky Slimting, award-winning director, producer, film writer, filmmaker. He's been doing a lot, like The Intent 1, The Intent 2, Against All Odds. We could go on and on and on, but we're going to get into that more in a few minutes. On my right-hand side, we have one of my boys, Jeffrey Banks. He is one of the main guys in the new action black comic book called The Age of Heroes and Villains. That's the one. Yeah. And from what I've seen, it's looking amazing, like our own black comic book. It's looking sick. So I need you all to kind of like, when that comes out, I need you lot to support. It's going to be mad. But now I'm going to turn you on to Jeffrey, and he's going to tell me a little bit more. No, you're going to tell me a little bit more.
I was about to say, bro. Okay, cool. Okay. There's a lot to start with, but I'm going to try and make it as brief and as simple for everyone as possible. So, you got Marvel, you have DC, and now you're going to have this Age of Heroes and Villains. It's kind of like, it is a black Marvel, basically. What we've done, my friend Jay, that great guy, he's got these comic books out at the moment.
Where is Jay?
Oh, sorry. At the moment, he's shooting, what's it, Boxing Day, that new...
Emil Amin.
Oh, it's Emil Amin. Yeah.
He's just shooting that big up, Jay. He's supposed to be here now, but he couldn't make it down, so I'm here to hold the fort. But
represent.
But yeah, like I said, he wrote this thing. What happened was he gave me a call one day during this beginning of COVID. He said, "Yo, G, I've got this idea." I'm like, "All right, what's this idea?" And he sounded mad excited, and he's like, "No, like." Because he's got this comic, but it's based back in the olden days. At the moment, it's about slavery, and it's about the slaves that get superpowers and things like that. But this comic book is based in this day and age and now. And what it is that he used superpowers that we've all known and loved, but he put it with us, and we're the heroes, basically. So he's giving it to everyone that's in the culture, the different people. But how the story is created is that we're in a world where it's not the same as this world. It's like we're in a world where it's a black empowered world. So you see like Wakanda, but just think of the whole world being like Wakanda. So this is more of an enriched world where we've got people that you know and love in it, like Mega Man. He's like one of the world's smartest men. He has so solid towers, which is like these two towers in the middle of it. Yeah, then you've got people like myself who's in there, who's technically the world's richest man. So.
Okay.
Hence the name Jeffrey Banks.
Yeah.
We need to get to the bottom of that.
Anything I touch turns to gold, and I can also control the gold in the earth, so I can make earthquakes and things.
Just quick, am I in it?
You're gonna have to talk to Jay. Remember, I said that I'm creative.
That sounds like you're
no. You gotta talk to Jay. Basically, I do character development, but he has to give the green light to the characters before we develop. So Jay,
hold on, wait, Jay. Yeah, we gotta talk about this.
Yeah, Jay.
Man needs in.
Same. We need a singing superhero dancing.
No, listen. You know what? If everyone buys and everyone gets in, actually, it's funny you say that though, because what we've done is that in the first 10,000 comics, there's 5 golden tickets that are out. So if anyone gets the golden tickets, then you can actually be part of the next phase of the comic book. So so you get.
I'm not trying to win my way. I'm not trying to win my way into the comic. You gotta buy. I need that respect, bro.
I feel you. But to be honest with you, like I said, it's that we've got a bunch of people. You know what? You deserve to be in it, Jay. Jay deserves it, man.
He's putting some work.
But like I said, we just got a bunch of people that you all know, and it's weird because everyone who hears about the comic, they're like, "Oh, that's such a great idea. Why haven't we done it before?" And it's the truth. We should have done it ages ago. It's like we have the powers. We are the people, and it's like. And instead of looking elsewhere, like I'm not being funny, let's be honest, I love Marvel and DC, but you know, we don't need spandex anymore. Like we don't need to roll around in
I don't know about you. Spandex is all right, isn't it?
It's for the guys. Like, you know. But my point, so we've just got a bunch of new characters. We've got everyone you know and love, but we've just put a spin on everyone. So they kind of are similar to how you know them.
Can you leak a couple of additional names? I mean, you've given us Mega Man.
I can show you a couple pictures in a minute.
Here's what
I can do. I can show you a couple bits.
Exclusive.
Yeah, there's a couple in here that are, for example, so let's just show you, for example. So we have Mega Man. I don't know if you can see that one there. Do you see it?
Yeah. That's hard.
So basically it's Mega Man here, and this is his suit, this is his bio suit. But his suit is made of RI, which is real intelligence, not artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's real intelligence. And his real intelligence suit is called Swiss.
We like Swiss.
Yeah. So in there, and then you've got, like I said, you've got His adversary right there.
Okay, go
There
ahead.
you go,
Thanks.
Let
me see.
Gold and
There you
whatnot.
go.
Okay.
Then you got Tobes is in there, my guy.
Is it?
Hey,
That's hard.
That suits him.
That's
He's very
But
big
that's,
there.
That's what happens.
Very
to be
big.
He gets big.
But that's
Tubs.
my point. If I tell you a name of a character, in this thing, you can have an idea. You could think to yourself, "Oh, I know what they do already." For example, Mist.
Ooh, he turns into Mist.
Exactly.
I love it.
She's so smart.
Honestly.
But my point being
Wait,
is,
isn't Mist and Frost very similar?
No. Mist is more of a molecular base. Frost can freeze things. Frost can control the elements, whereas Mist is more about just transforming into different kind of air particles. Like it can turn into poison and go through you and come out of you. You see, like that kind of.
No, well, I mean, what I really love about it is that, like, for young children of color, they can now see a comic book and pick it up and see themselves in it. And
That's important.
That's really, really big.
It's a good representation.
No, but
Do we have any females?
Oh yeah, we've got females. Of course, we've got females. We've got Maya Jammers in there.
Okay,
she
shout out
can
Maya.
jam people's frequencies and stuff.
Jam.
Yeah, jam.
Jammer.
She can jam their frequencies.
I like that.
We got Dynamite in there, Miss Dynamite.
Oh,
She's like
boom,
Gambit.
kaboom.
No, we took old school and new school. It's not just
like
new
that.
school. It's
That's
We've
it.
got
It's
old
dope,
school. We've
it's
got
dope.
Mighty Mo in there. We've got Lionesses in there as well.
Oh, yeah,
Big up
that's it.
Lioness. So you just
That's
bring
hard.
everyone together, put them all in a world with superpowers,
like
and then
that.
just see what happens. And it's not a world where we're the underdogs. It's a
Yeah,
world
yeah,
where-
yeah.
it's
We're
a
on
world-
top.
Yeah, it's the world where we're.
I like this.
Yeah, that's it. It's the world.
We need a
where
movie
it's
next.
The
That's
scope,
it.
no, the scope for this is humongous.
You guys can-
Humongous. The scope for this is humongous.
No, but you know
Definitely.
what it is?
Definitely.
The truth is that we just need to give inspiration to the children.
Yeah.
People don't understand. Like everyone's trying to change the world now, and I give everyone credit for trying to change the world now. But I'm more about the children and trying to make them see that things that I never saw when I grew up. Like I said, is that we grew up thinking that Superman was the man and Spider-Man was the man. And
True.
You know, but
Yeah.
the truth is that like I want to see superheroes that look like me, act like me, do things like me, but they have powers and they just and they do things with it. You see what I mean? So like I said, it's that got that. We've got a lot going on in there. I'll be honest with you. Oh, we have got one other character as well. Big up. We got one other character. I forgot to show you. I've got to show you today. While we're here, I can't not. Where is he? Oh, sorry, hang on. While I'm here, we've got Hamilton as well. Big up, fastest man. We have to give him ratings. Where are you, bro? You are right.
Is this a surprise unveiling of my new?
Do you know what's crazy? I was thinking that, you know.
Surprise unveiling.
Wait.
I was actually.
No, actually, it was more Nicky Slim thing.
It's good.
There we go, people.
What's his superpower?
What do you think his superpower?
He's slim. He fits into small things.
He's elastic.
All right, so CJ, if you was a superhero, what would
That's my point.
What do you think you're? Yeah.
Come, we'll talk to Jay right now.
Yeah.
You're a superhero.
Sell yourself.
What we doing?
Who would you be?
I'll be able to manipulate into 100 of me.
CJ 100.
That's hard, you know. They might come. They might.
CJ 100.
No, that's it. Because someone might come to you like, oh, you're by yourself, and you be like, no, I'm not, and then they're just like, yeah. That's hard.
That's hard.
No, that's it.
No,
Can't lie.
you have to bust him off.
I'm just saying.
That's hard.
Hold on. Let's take a vote for that because
That sounds like a nightmare.
We're voting in. This is the committee right now.
Where did
So
the tissue
does
go? I
CJ
need
100
to
get his own thing? Yes or no? Hands up, please.
I think that's hard.
Yeah. What's his name again?
See that? So Jay,
Jay,
you see that, right?
Jay, wherever you are, son.
That's hard.
I'm gonna say no because
That's a good character.
I'm saying no.
Typical hater style.
No.
Typical hater style.
I'm not gonna hate. I like the idea of it, but you see, you by yourself, you're loyal to yourself.
Yeah, no, 100 of
which is
100, exactly, 100 of them.
you're wild by yourself.
I'll be a problem.
10 of you,
I'll be 100 of me.
man, forget about it. You know what I mean? Just forget about it. Too much.
What would be your superpower?
Mine.
Yeah, what would be yours?
Wow. I'll have to come back to you on that.
So you want a whole character? Jay, forget about it.
I think you should be like some like Benjamin Button, you know, like them man they're young. They
Benjamin Button.
I thought his power should be constantly losing at blackjack or something.
Before the end of this episode, we're gonna work it.
That is true.
Right. So moving on from the superhero comic book to
the movie hero.
So now what we really want to do is we want to talk a lot about your journey about moving stuff, because obviously we met like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I remember like the first, it's so funny because I think there's certain things that you always remember. And I remember like a few people like coming into, because at the time we was running a record label from Greenwich, wasn't it?
Yeah, Just Bounce.
And like, so I remember like a few people coming in through the door, and a lot of the times people are quite forgettable to some degree, because people come, they don't really make an impression or an impact on you. But when you came through the door, I was like, what's this guy? Because, you know, you came in, you was quite confident, you spoke about kind of like dreams and aspirations. So even I think from that very first day when I met you,
I think I was
you
pitching.
you was pitching about the movie from then.
Yeah, I was
and like, and what happened was when you came through the door, I realised that I couldn't even really employ you because you weren't to be employed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You was kind of like more a person that was going to be someone who worked with us, and we worked together.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like how we've connected ever since. Obviously, can I give myself a little boost? Like, I was like executive producer on The Intent,
100%.
and obviously, like that was an amazing journey.
Yeah.
And even like really and truly, when I think about the journey, I think, well, no, nice. I feel privileged to be even brought on board on the project as well, because I remember on the first day of like shooting that I just thought, when I saw, because I believe in you from Dot really, but I remember seeing the first day of shooting and I thought, okay, yeah, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From the first day of shooting. You know what I mean? So like big up
No,
yourself.
big
So
up, man.
Tell
big
us
up.
some more about yourself and what you're doing.
My name's Nicky Slimton Walker. I'm a producer, director, writer. I'm making films, man. I come from my background's from music. I was a DJ, really heavily involved in the early garage grime scene, putting on parties and stuff in East London, being on Deja Vu, Pirate Radio. But at the weekends, my mum used to send me to Silver Young Theatre School.
Okay.
So when I was at school, I used to, every Saturday, she used to send me to Silver Young, and I was like screwing about it because all my friends were out playing, doing what they were doing, and I had to wake up, go and do drama, dance, singing, tap, all this madness every Saturday.
Any ballet?
No, I didn't do ballet.
You know, aspiring shots.
I had to go there every Saturday in Marylebone, and it kind of gave me the passion for start getting into like acting and drama and stuff like that. And then I used to do some like extra work in Grange Hill and London's Burning and all these little things I've done. Fairy Liquid advert when I was younger. Like, I used to go to auditions all the time and stuff like that. But my music thing kind of popped off while I was in like college. I was doing a lot of events and parties and stuff like that, and I started DJing, and my whole sort of career just went kind of good. So I just like, you know what, forget the acting thing, that's dead. And I just kept on doing music, and I got to a stage where it's like, as I got a bit older in my 20s and stuff like that, and I just felt like, you know what, there's no black films, there's not many black films, there's not many things going on.
Was that not long before we met?
Yeah, not too, a couple of years after I met you, and then I was like, you know what, I saw Kid Outhood. I think I saw Rolling with the Nines and Bullet. I think there was Bullet Boy. I think they were the two films that came out. I was like, wow, these films are like serious, they're like proper films. And then Kid Outhood come out, and it had like, I think Pow, and it had all these, it just reminded me of like us, innit? It's like, wow, there's a few films. I was like, no, I need to make films. But I didn't know how I was gonna make films, where I was gonna get the money from and stuff like that. And then I just thought to myself, you know what, like if I can make a cheap film and put it out on DVD, like a Lord of the Mics kind of thing. Do you remember all the mixtape, Lord of the Mics and Streets is Watching and all these things? I was like, why don't I just make a film and put it out on DVD? I was going to everybody, let's make a film. And I think I tried to make like 2 films. Like I've got them at home. They just were like, I think Tinchy Strider was in it, Crazy Titch.
Oh, you still got them at home?
Yeah, like they're dead though.
What were they about? Like, what were they called?
I think my first film that I was gonna make was called Money and Grime.
I bet you remember that.
Yeah, I vaguely remember hearing about that.
Yeah. So I made a version before I made a second version. So I made a first version that just wasn't even worth showing anyone. And then I linked up with a guy called Sheridan DeMyers, and me and him, we shot a short pilot, a trailer, and I got like quite a lot of people in it. Ashley Waters, I think Sculpture was in it, Ashley Waters, everybody was in it, like in the trailer. I've never even released that trailer actually, I might release it. And we went to some guys who said they were gonna fund us. We met some company and they said, yeah, we're gonna put the money up and everything. And I was really excited thinking I'm gonna make this film, and like that's like, yeah, so I told everyone, yeah, I'm making a film, gassing to everyone, I'm making a film. was gassed up, got an office, like, had a team of people. And then,
Sound familiar.
had an office, everything. And then every day I was ringing them, like, saying, where's the I signed the contract, everything.
wow.
It was like, when's the money dropping? When's the money dropping? Like, it was meant to be like for £500,000, like, to make this film. And
Wow.
it was like, tomorrow. But I'm in this office, renting this space, got on staff, booked actors. Remember, I didn't really know nothing about the industry. So I'm just thinking,
You're spending the money before it comes.
yeah, I'm spending the money before it comes and like telling everybody I'm gonna make this film, like, and then the first rent came for the office. It was like $3,000 or something like that.
$3,000.
Wow.
Where was you
It
like?
was like in
London.
We was in one big studio in Stratford, like a film studio. And we had like 3 rooms. We had a proper operation in it because you're making a film, and literally the money just never come. To cut a long story short, these guys just disappeared on me.
Do you want to shout them out?
Well, do you know what's mad? I can't even remember their names like that, because it's such a long time ago.
It just gets erased.
Yeah, like,
forward,
I just remember it just collapsing. The whole film collapsed like in my face. Everyone just
So
thinking.
what, did you pay the 3 bags or did you?
Yeah,
stick
like I
out?
literally had to pay the 3 bags because the studio blacklisted me. Like,
Oh,
they
wow.
said, like, all my stuff was in there. They was like, you can't come back.
Oh,
here.
wow.
Oh no.
Like, so I had to find the money to pay that, and then also like all the crew and that. Remember, the crew's just screwing in it because they're like thinking that
They could have all turned down other jobs.
Other
they
jobs,
turned
yeah.
down other jobs, they're like
That's what it
blaming
is,
you.
yeah.
Like man was crushed, like thinking, raw, this is dead. So I just thought, you know what? I remember it being Christmas. I thinking to myself, wow, that's mad, and like feeling like a failure. Everybody was just like laughing at man. You know, one of those ones like joking. Man said he's making a film. You feel like a dickhead. So then I was like, nah, I gotta come back. And then Top Boy, I think must have come out.
Is it? What that
The first
one.
Yeah, the first one.
That was time ago.
Yeah, that was ages.
The first one,
I
I
was
think
in
20.
like
It was
I've
like 20, like
2000 and
2012
yeah,
or something like that.
no, like
Yeah.
like 13. 'Cause I was in college then.
Yeah,
so 13.
2013. The very first Top Boy come out. It came out, remember, 4 days, like back to back,
Back to back.
Monday,
Doesn't
Tuesday,
feel that
Wednesday.
long ago.
Yeah.
It-
Like I remember
no,
the second
it
one
does.
would come out like a couple of years ago.
Is that a couple of years
No,
ago?
the
Was
third
that
one,
last
the
year?
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the third one.
The third one
So
came
the
out
first one I
last
think
year.
come out
I
in
think.
2013, and I remember watching that and just thinking, nah, this is sick. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, this is what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to do stuff like
That
this.
gave. Do you think that gave you more inspiration to then like?
Yeah,
go
yeah,
make
that picked me up.
Gave you the drive.
That
Yeah.
picked me up and gave me the drive. And then I linked with Femi. Like I was because that didn't work out. I was working at
Big up Femi.
Yeah, big up Femi. I was working at a record label as well, part time. Jetstar in Harlesden. I don't know if you're familiar. It was a reggae distribution company
Yeah.
in
Big in
Harlesden.
the game back then.
And I got employed there to be an A&R, so I was pressing like everybody's CDs. Like a lot of the grime lot and a lot of people, hip hop people coming there to press their CDs. So I was pressing everyone's CDs, putting out funky ass rhythms, just trying to build myself back up in it. Like after that blow, I thought, you know what, I need to go again. And then a mutual friend introduced me to Femi, and I was like, wow, that's the guy from Kidderwood. As my entrepreneur spirit came on, I was pitching him, Susie come from the door, you know, like, I've got this film, like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, cool. And then he's like, send me the idea. I sent him an idea of a film called It's a Lot. It was like a, what was it like? It was like I tried to kind of replica like a house party kind of vibe from them kind of films I was watching when I was younger. And Femi was on set of Anotherhood. We didn't speak for a couple of months. He was on the set of Anotherhood, and he hit me up on Facebook. He's like, "Oh, remember that idea you sent me, that script, and blah, let's make it." And I was like, "Raw, for real?" So I linked him, and then from there we just ran around town for about 18 months trying to raise the money. But I was like stick to him like glue because he knew the film industry. So I was just learning everything
Picking up
about
gems
film.
and stuff.
Yeah, picking up gems, sticking by him. And I knew the music industry, do you understand? They're kind of similar. But
they
the
kind of go
yeah,
hand in
they
hand.
go kind of hand in hand, but the film is a bit behind time when it comes to black culture. So I was like if we could bring the music element into the film world, we could like hustle it. And then we got our first film off the ground, It's a Lot, came out. We worked with the ACLT and with that as well, bringing awareness of black people with leukemia and all these things. And that don't know why it come out. If it came out today, it would have done really well because I feel like it was really early. It was like showing black excellence at early stage, you know, like
Before its time.
before
Isn't
Yeah,
its
was it
time, you know.
before
We
its
didn't really
time?
see that
Yeah.
on screen. We had like black people in big houses, good jobs. Nobody was really putting that on screen. So when it came out, I'm not sure if people was really
Didn't connect
Buy
with
it.
them.
didn't connect. People didn't really buy into it. So it's like that was another blow. So it's like when you make a film, you think, I'm gonna make a film, I'm gonna be rich, because that's how it's perceived, isn't it? Like in the world that you make a film, you make millions, and then I made the film,
Before
it
you really
came
start
out.
understanding the
And
business of
yeah,
it
the
all.
business of it all, and the film came out. I got paid a small amount of money to make it, and I never ever saw a penny after that. And I was like, wow, nothing's really changed. Like, I had the Leicester Square premiere, I felt sweet for that day, but the next day it was just back to back to reality, back to reality. And then, but with me, I'm a Scorpio, innit? Like my spirit is like, go again, go again, go again. Like I'm just a hustler. So then I was just like, you know what? Forget all of this. Let's just go back to my original idea. Let's just make a street movie, pull it out on DVD. And by then I had already met yourself and met a few other people. And I just remember, like, it happens always at Christmas. I was sitting in Christmas and I think I rang you a couple of days after. I was like, listen, I've got this idea. I want to make this film, blah, blah. It's like Top Boy. It's like this, it's like that. Like Belly, paid in full. Like, I want to trying to make our kind of own street version of that. And you're like, yeah, I think you met me and we spoke about it and stuff like that. And you was kind of in from when I spoke to you on the phone. It was good, like, to see that you sort of saw the vision. I spoke to a few other people, and me and Femi put some money in as well, and we just went from there. And the thing is, we just hustled that movie. You know, we didn't have much money, but the money that we had, we made it work. You got us an amazing location in Ilford. Remember, it was like a
massive
shopping centre, a closed down shopping centre.
Like about 7, 10 floors.
Yeah, yeah, and we just shot. Most of the film is in that.
Are you serious?
In that, yeah, like we shot on the roof, we shot on the set. It was like a shopping
Garage
garage
downstairs.
downstairs. So it was like, yeah, we just shot it like, and I think we shot the film in 14 days or 12 days. We shot the first part, and then we done some pickup dates in the new year, and yeah, I just remember making the film. Then it was like, what's next? Like, we made the film, watched it, and then we went to every distributor to try and sell the film, because in my head I've got to get his money back, I've got to get everybody's money back because they've invested in this, and how we're going to get this out. And I remember me and Femi went to every distributor and they all said no. And he's ringing me and I'm like, what's going on with the film? What's going on? Like, yeah, man, I'm speaking to some people, but right now I'm
Number one twanger.
I didn't really ring you that much.
No, you didn't. I'm not saying you rang me a lot, but when you did ring, like, people would ask.
You felt pressure.
Because I'm thinking, wow, like, no one's taking the film.
Because it came out like three years. Yeah, like 3 years after.
Later, like, all that time I was trying to figure out how to put this film out. Because I knew the film was cold. Like, no matter what these people were saying to me and Femi, it's not gonna work. Or they was like, oh, we'll give you 10 grand for it. I was like, 10 grand? That doesn't even pay one of my investors back. Like, do you understand? Like, this is not enough. So I was like, you know what? Me and Femi sat down and was like, you know what? This is like a rave, innit? Like, Femi said to me, he's like, I know someone who's a cinema booker. I was like, do you? He's like, yeah. So he spoke to the cinema. He's like, you can book cinemas yourself. I didn't even know that. So he's like, what, you can book? He's like, yeah. So I was like, Femi, it's like a dance, innit? You book a venue, you sell tickets, you put flyers out, and you ram the dance. So we approached it like, you know what? This is a rave, innit? And I knew that. That's my world.
That's sick. That's connection.
World. That's my world, innit? I used to do dance all the time, 2,000-3,000 people up and down the country. I was like, you know what? If we can just ram the cinemas out,
create the hype, create the buzz, create your own buzz,
and do all that. And then he was like, yeah, cool. So then the question was like, how do we raise the money to do that? Because we've invested everything. So then it's like, I picked up the phone to him again. Remember? I picked up the phone to him, picked up the phone to a few other people, but it's like, how am I asking a man?
Davin gave him his money back
for
here.
more money when he's already given money for the film. I think we just told you the truth. I think we just like, you know what? No one wants to sign the film, but we believe we can do it ourselves and blah, blah. And he's like, you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, make sure though, if I give you this, like, I want this one back ASAP. Like, the film one is okay, but this one you need to have, like, it was like, cool. Like, it's just belief in it. So we borrowed, we raised up, I think, another 70K to promote the film.
Wow.
Yeah, so we raised 70,000. And we shot music videos, we done posters, we done a premiere. Like, the premiere that everyone came to, we done that. Like,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Premier was mad.
That was good.
Let me just tell you something, right?
I remember, right? We was like, a bag of my people came with that, so respect for that still, yeah. So I remember, rolled up to the premiere, right? And I thought, all these people outside, right? I wonder where our premiere is. No, bro, there was a
It was
bag
proper.
of people.
It
Like,
was so
lit.
ram.
It was so lit. When I got there, I thought, okay, well, look, this is proper main, like Leicester Square, and there's loads of people out here. Like, but where's our premiere?
Yeah. No,
You
no,
know what I mean? Like, bit, bro. And when we went, I said, bro, this is mad.
No, we
Yeah,
done
it was
big.
good.
Like, to be fair, like in our communities, like if you don't have a premiere in our community, it's dead, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got a movie.
It's not proper.
It's
Like,
not proper.
it
Like,
might as well be like bootleg. Like,
even when I was thinking in my mind, like straight to DVD, I was thinking everyone's gonna power it off, like it's gonna be a pile. Like,
it's a flop.
It's a flop. So for me, I was like, you know what, we have to do a big premiere. And obviously, I come from that background of putting on parties and stuff like that. So we put on a massive premiere. It was a massive success. And then what we done with because we didn't have a lot of cinemas, I think we ended up having. This story is mad. You look must be getting bored. We ended up having like I think 25 cinemas that we rented and stuff like that. And because we didn't have all up and down the country, we done this thing called a collapse window. Nobody had ever done it before. So you release the film, and you put it on DVD, and you put it on iTunes, all on the same day. So normally the rules of cinema is if you put films out in a cinema, you're not allowed to release that film on DVD or anywhere for another 2 months. So it gives the cinema time to make money. But because I was only renting independent cinemas,
it didn't matter.
that didn't matter to me. That rule didn't matter to me because the people I was renting cinemas were independent chains. So I released it in a cinema, iTunes, cinema, and DVD all on the same day. And it came out and it was just sold out. Like the cinema was packed. I remember not even having a poster in the cinema, and the cinema rang me. Was like, what? How comes everyone's coming to see this film? It's sold out.
That must have been sick.
Don't
A
even
good
have-
feeling.
Like it was mad, and I just remember like Twitter, Instagram, everyone just talking about the film. And I remember it coming out at midnight on iTunes because you know everything drops at midnight. It drops at midnight in the film iTunes charts. And it was like number 70 or 80, and I was like, oh. I went to bed. I went to bed and I woke up. It was at number 15, and everyone was talking about it online. It was at number 10, then it's number 8, then it's number 7. And it peaked at number 3 and it stayed there for like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's
Before,
good.
like the only films before us was like Batman versus Superman, and I think the
big,
Bourne-
massive
yeah,
studio
big
movies.
studio
Yeah,
budgets,
big budgets.
big budgets, and I think Bourne Identity pack. You know they do like these.
Yeah.
So that was like I was like, oh my days, this is mad. And I just remember opening up my email and all the distributors who had said no.
Look at that.
Oh, do you want to speak? Like,
Of
when
course
they
they
were ready to come
did.
in and all of that, I was
Said
just like,
the price went up.
it was mad, like,
Exactly.
and for us, it was like it was a massive achievement to like know that we put this film at ourselves with like blood, sweat, and tears with people like CJ who believed in us, other investors who believed in us, and we got it over the line because that took us like all in all maybe 3 years from the start of the script to shooting it to getting it to the cinema to releasing it. And we just didn't stop. And then after the back of that, it being such a success, then we got an email from Netflix. One of the guys who was helping us out said, oh, Netflix are interested in taking the film. And for us, that was like a massive thing. And then it went on Netflix. And from there,
Cha-ching.
it just became a classic in the hood, you know. It became an international film. And for me, the moment of enjoyment was like literally like being able to give people their money back and give them a little something.
I enjoyed that too.
Yeah. And that just like being a man of my word, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you do business with people, like people just promise things and never deliver. And for me and Femi, I felt like we delivered.
Trust is more important than money,
What I
innit?
thought was so sick about that as well, yeah, because you had people from everywhere bigging up the film. Had the big yard artists, you had American artists. Chris Brown posted it on his page.
He posted
Viral. But when my song was, that's what I'm saying. That all made my streams go crazy. Like, you understand? But that alone was like, well, it's not just big in the ends and where we're from. Like the artists, the big artists that we growing up on, and we know they're backing it, and supporting it, and talking about it. You understand? So I thought that was sick.
I think what helped the film so much that it had organic people in it, and people like yourself in it. yourself as well. Like, I just feel like it had people who that the community know, you know, and people can connect with that, you know. And I just feel like we reached out to so many people, and it wasn't like an East thing. It was like an East, North, South, West. We had so many people involved. Like, we had people in the film who didn't even really get on, you know, but they came to set. They respected it, and it was like it was a movement of everybody together because even Krypton Conan, when they came in it, they didn't really know me or nothing. They knew Wes. And they just supported it, and loads of other people, Scorcher, Fecky's, like Fecky gave his car. Like, there's so much sweat, blood and tears in the film of people who just wanted
100%.
it.
Just want to see it.
There was no like egos. Like
Everyone came together. Yeah.
Everyone came together, and I felt that was the first time I really saw that, like everyone coming together and pushing the thing forward. And obviously, once we shot it, I think a lot of people in the film probably got disheartened because 3 years from shooting, like, the time I said to the people, the film's coming out, a lot of artists now were
bigger.
They were bigger, they were gone. Yeah. So my thing was small. So they probably just thinking, joke movie that I done 3 years ago. Like, not even in a...
And sometimes like that, you hear that with movies as well, though, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you film it and then they say, oh yeah, it's not coming out.
And if not even a disrespect to us from them, I just think they've moved on. You know, at that time, like, you're gassed about doing the film, but if it's taken 3 years to come out...
Excitement's gone away.
It's like they were at a level 6 of an artist, now they're a level 10.
Yeah.
It's like...
I don't even care about that. And then I'm phoning them like, oh, promote it. They're thinking...
Like, you had the level 6 me. You had the level 6 me, you know what I'm saying?
You had the level 6 me, but I'm a 10 now. But the thing is, like, once it popped off and everybody saw, I think, like, the same, like, what you said when you got to the premiere, you saw how big it is. I think when everybody got there,
everyone respected it.
I think
like,
everybody's eyes woke up a little bit. Like, you know what, them man are doing their thing properly, and then it just kind of.
I feel like for me, especially like the feedback from like the streets or whatever, whether people liked it or not, people respected it.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing. I think in any industry you get into, it's like you naturally want the respect. You know what I mean, you want the respect. Yeah. So I thought like you definitely gained that. No,
thank you, man. Like what I was saying, all of you lot played a massive part in that, and I just think it was just about it just showed me that you can put your mind to something and actually do
100%,
it.
100%.
And that's,
I mean, one thing that I'll always say, like I always like to, you know, what they say, give people their flowers while they're alive. You know what I mean? And like, just your kind of like tenacity, like people who know me, that's like my favorite word because I'm a Scorpio like you as well, right? But it's just like your drive and your hustle is on 1,000, fam. Like when you go out and you say, "Rah, nah, man's on this now," and next minute you turn around and like it starts materializing. So like your powers of manifestation have kind of like really, really grown. So you know you need to be number one, really proud of it, and number two, know that what you're doing is like the winning ticket. And just keep on doing it, keep on pushing because like you're making us all proud.
Thank you.
But a quick question, like, do you feel like since you first started kind of like with your journey in the movie industry and stuff, do you feel as though the doors are open a lot more now?
I feel like I believe, and me and Femi believe in ourselves so much, we make the doors open. Okay. Like the phone doesn't ring.
I like that.
I like that.
Like my phone doesn't buzz off of like, oh, I'm offering you this, I'm offering you that.
You create it.
I actually create everything you see. Me and Femi sat down and
you hustle that bag.
We hustle that bag. Like, no one's like Netflix are not bringing me down. I'm bringing Netflix down. Like,
you know what the good thing is though, we're at that phase where you can kind of use this type of thing because people are actually receptive to it now. That's the difference. Whereas now they're receptive. Before they weren't even receptive to it, but now at least they're receptive to it. So
listen.
And I think it's more easier for me to have conversations with artists or producers or writers or actors.
You've got leverage as well.
Or investors because they've seen me.
They've seen your work.
They've seen my work and they've seen me do things and they know I don't play games. But to say, the door is knocking like crazy, the door's knocking like crazy in the music world. Because I feel like the music people understand black culture. So they're like, what? He can get to black people? Okay, he's my friend. Like, you understand? Like, he can talk to the kids, or he knows like how to like. So I feel like music can fill my hand in hand. Like for me, I've always said to myself, like, why don't music companies just have a film department? Because all your artists watch films. All your artists
secretly want
to be in films.
All your artists want to be in films. And it's a great way to promo your music.
Their music,
soundtracks
and stuff.
Yeah, Americans have been doing it for ages. So for me, that's why I always like approached, like with the intent to, I went to a record label. So it's like with the intent to, I met Dark, I met Twin. Like, the power of Instagram is good still because
Can I say that I prefer the Intent 1 though? Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that. You know what?
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the Intent 1 just because of what went into it. The person who I was in Intent 1, I wasn't that person in Intent 2.
Yeah.
So it's a different...
Intent 2 was more of a, not an easier ride, but you had more... People...
Yeah, and Intent 2...
More money.
And Intent 2, I was gassed. I was in my moment. Like, do you understand? It was like, we're doing a sequel.
Like, Intent 2 couldn't go wrong, if that makes sense. In that way, whereas...
Yeah, there's loads of things I would have loved the Intent 2 to, like... have done much better because even the Intent 2, like we got banned from the cinema. Like,
Did you
yeah.
really?
No
Why?
one knew that.
What?
So, like, we got banned
Why?
first. Like, so the View banned the Intent 2.
I remember
It
that.
never come out in the View.
I don't remember that.
But I just never told anyone because like.
Is that like kind of like the Blue Story thing?
No, you know
like,
what it was? I was scared because I wish I had the balls then to just have spoken about it. So we
Like,
so
what's his name? Didn't it?
Ratman. Yeah. So at the time, we got banned. So I remember our distributor ringing us up saying, so the View is the biggest chain on cinema in the UK. They're in all the main spots. They're in the Westfields. They're
Still now, even with Corona?
I don't know about now, but at that time they were the biggest chain and the easiest access for kids to get to.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they're,
true.
like, a lot of cinemas, if kids can't drive, and they ain't got train access, they can't get to the cinema. So these are all things I was learning. So my distributor rang me up. He's like, they watched it and they don't want to take it because they think that it's too violent and you're gonna bring the wrong crowd here. I was like, this is racist. And they was like, yeah. He's like, I know, but I said, listen, like, let me speak to them. So me and Femi were sending them emails. We're sending them voice notes. Please, you need to show this film. And there's like, we're not showing it. We're not showing it.
But what's the difference between the
So
first one and the
so
second one?
They didn't put out the first one.
put the
I done
first
it
one out,
independently. They didn't get.
Okay, sorry.
So they
Okay.
was like, we're not showing it. So what I didn't want to do, I didn't want the rest of the cinemas
To follow suit.
So I didn't want the Odeon and Picture House and all of them to say, I'm not going to show it. Because remember, the record label Islands put this money up for this film. They all got scared. So when they've turned around and said, we're not going to show it, everybody's like kind of lost faith. Like everyone's like, because that's like 100 and something cinemas. So in maths, it works out. If we was in the Westfields, we would have made like $500,000 in the weekend. That's big numbers for them. So when they're hearing now that you're not going to make $500,000, everyone's like, whoa. Like,
They'd like got one of those, what do they call it?
Yeah, it's just bad news. It's just bad news, innit? So I'm like, Femi, we can still smash it, man. With all this. But Femi's doing the maths. He's like, Slim, no matter what, if the cinemas are sold out, there's only a certain amount of money you can make because there's only a certain amount of people you can get in those cinemas. I'm like, yeah, but they can do that. He's like, Slim, it doesn't work like that. You know me? I'm just not letting go. I'm just not letting go of that. And then it came out and it done amazing business for the amount of cinemas it was in, but it just wasn't in the View. And it was still a massive success as well for us. Like it went on to like get a Netflix thing. It went out in Jamaica, Caribbean, and it didn't even get fully released in Jamaica either as well because we had some hiccups with the cinemas out there. But the cultural impact it had was massive because we had Popcorn in it, we had Teddy Brockshot in it.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
And that whole experience of shooting in Jamaica was just phenomenal. It was like life changing. Like it changed my whole
Still waiting for the ticket, fam.
perception.
Who else gonna be out there?
It's coming.
Who else gonna be out there,
It's
bro?
coming. And yeah, it was just a great experience. Overall, it was a great experience. And yeah, the Intent 1 and 2 changed my life of who I am and how I approach life in general and as a filmmaker, as a person, and just like not kind of relying on anyone. Because one thing about this game is like you're as hot as your last project.
Yeah.
Like Intent 1 come out, popped off. I
And
was
then
kind
what?
Everybody was on to me. Didn't do nothing for a minute. Everybody moves on. Intent 2 come out. You're hot for that month. Everyone just moves on. So like you can't ever do anything for anybody else. You've always got to do it for yourself.
And do you think that we have enough sort of like representation on like in the media, like movies, etc., especially in the UK right now?
No, it's dead. Obviously everyone's saying Black Lives Matter. people are saying diversity. But diversity starts in the office, you know, like the people making decisions, the
100%.
people who are employing people, the people
Sure.
who are giving me. If there's so much diversity, why is my phone not popping off?
Exactly.
My phone pops because I make it pop. Like I
Yeah.
said before, not because people are ringing me to include me in anything. I include myself.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but that's
saying?
where we are now, though.
Yeah,
That's what we're
so-
trying. So even with this comic books, just trying to do the same thing. It's like you don't want. There's no point in knocking at people's doors anymore. You got to make your own doors and you walk through them.
Hold on a minute. I've just actually just worked this out, right? And I need my 10 or 15%.
I'm done.
You need to make the movies for the comic book.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I just said that.
I said that.
I said at the beginning.
She said
Nikki heard me. Nikki heard me.
We're split.
the key is really animation. That's where we want to go.
But I think it needs to be a movie as well. I
Yeah.
think you should have animation and movies.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're looking at the new Spider-Man
good
movie
anime.
that's on the TV now. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
But
right.
I think what you were saying like is that obviously there's small changes happening. You know, you had the Steve McQueen doing his
Small acts.
You know, the first one was really good. I know some people are not happy with the Lovers Rock one.
Yeah, that's mad.
I haven't actually seen it.
And I know there's a next one coming. So, but he's like massive and established.
Scorcher makes a bit
Appearance,
of a...
yes.
I'm a major fan of Scorcher when it comes to acting. I was
Major.
quite
Yeah.
disappointed. I was quite disappointed that he
It's
didn't
hard.
have a bigger
Listen.
role in small acts.
That
I haven't
kid-
watched that yet.
That
Yeah.
kid
Same.
is like
Nah,
amazing.
Scorcher's hard.
Like he's flawless.
No, he's
like,
mad talented
such
still.
a
He
talented
is.
guy. I can't wait to
hard.
work with him again.
It's hard.
And
On quickly, what is that an intent free in the making?
there's 100% going to be intent free. 100%.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm a bit older now, you know. Before then, I didn't go drama school. You know, I'm a qualified
well,
actor.
though.
Not
To be
today.
honest,
I forgot you
I
were in
cringe.
there.
I can't watch it. I can't watch it.
No,
I love the movie.
I love your life.
I hate it so
You don't like
much.
that shit?
When you gassed, I
No, like
remember you in
before I watched when it came out, I was actually in drama school.
Yeah.
And people even to this day, people would text me randomly, was you in the intent?
Yeah.
I didn't unless you
didn't-
followed me on Instagram.
You didn't talk about it.
I didn't talk about it because I thought it was cringy. Unless you followed me and you saw like the pictures and stuff like that. Like I just
I'm
thought
not even
it
guessing
was.
you. You done well.
I thought it was.
I
I thought it was cringy.
lied.
But now, I done shot a couple music videos. You know, I know how to work the camera. I've been to drama school too.
Do you know what?
So,
you play Scooch's sister in there, so there's always like room.
You know,
There's
bring
always
her back.
room.
You know, Sophie
You
might be on
understand?
crud this
I feel
time, or
like
she
that
might.
you, Scoocher, and the mum was a nice.
Yeah, that was
solid-
nice.
Let's get my contract out. Hold on one second.
Can I be an uncle?
I'm just saying.
I feel like, yeah.
There was
Number
bits I
two,
liked and
number-
bits I didn't like.
What, in one or two? No, two, I think you done.
In two, what can't think about it.
Two, you had a massive shootout. You and you.
Oh yeah. Two was hard.
Yeah,
The
two.
two was hard. Two was hard.
You had your moment in two.
Yeah,
I think
was
he did.
hard.
I think he
Two
did
was
well
hard.
in
But I feel like one.
I think he did
I think one he killed it because you used your
Yeah,
part for the
your
trailer.
Yeah.
If you're on it or you're not, remember?
I think that's a lot.
One is definitely to my heart. I really
one.
liked
Yeah.
number one.
I like
I
one
swear,
too.
that was my fave.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Number two is gonna we're gonna kill it on
Number
three.
three.
You mean number three? We're
You
gonna.
ain't even had no
I'm just
punch,
saying,
did
you know, just.
Number three, we're gonna go hard, man. I think we're gonna
Write me
really
down.
spend time on the story
And
make-
bit of character
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're taking our time.
Because you know
with
what as well, I feel like when I'm such a lover of movies, bro.
Same.
Like
You'll
sometimes
love it.
I will watch a movie, right? There's just a drama. There's not even that much action in it, but the character development.
It's
is
the
so sick.
details.
Yeah,
I just love it, bro.
yeah.
So like that's kind of like it's key for me, character bits, because I think you can have a movie that's so sick, it's got a bit of action in it, but it's
Yeah.
not overboard action. But
I
the character bit.
think sometimes what I was doing as I've learned being a filmmaker, sometimes I'm trying to please too many people. Sometimes it's just about a story. Like everybody's like, oh, I want to be in a film, I want to be in a film, I want to be in and I'm trying to like
Nah, don't do it.
try and put bare people in.
You
And
can't.
I want to shoot 10 people. I want to do this. I wanna do
Yeah.
that.
And for me, it's just like as I like grew with that. It's just like, you know what? Like, whose story are we following? We're following Hoods or we're following Jeep. Like, you just need.
Can't do too much.
Can't do too much.
Yeah.
And
Just go with your gut. Just go with your gut. That's most important.
Do you feel like, because after I went to drama school and stuff, and like,
we know you went to drama school, Mommy. We know.
Well, like we did different. But we did different like things in it. So we had to do like film work and like script writing and stuff like that. And I felt like after that, now I can't watch movies the same. So do you feel like when you're watching movies, do you feel like you're critiquing everything?
Like,
same.
I'm like, the shot's not good. This, that.
Yeah.
They didn't have money for this.
God.
Why they shot? Oh, that's the same location.
The location. You know, like when they shoot a whole movie in the same house, you know the budget was tight.
Yeah. So no, definitely.
I definitely watch films different now.
Yeah. It stops you enjoying it though, the way you want to enjoy it, because you know behind the scenes, you kind of know what's going on and stuff.
Generally, because you know Netflix, there's so much stuff on it and Amazon as well. I'll click onto it. I'll watch a tiny bit of the beginning. I'll fast forward a bit, and if I don't see certain elements of a movie that makes me know it's a good movie, I lock that off. I know a good movie.
Well, they say like the first 10 minutes.
Don't grab you.
Doesn't grab you.
Yeah, that's it.
10 minutes is too long for me.
That's
I can't lie to you.
No, but
I don't know if I believe in that completely.
After like 6 minutes, I will forward it a bit and see if it looks like it bangs, and then I'll decide whether I'm gonna bring it back to where I forward it from and then continue watching.
No, I don't do that, but I pay attention to the writing. Like I can always catch out like what's gonna happen, not because it's bait, but I don't know the technical.
Sometimes the way how it's shot and that.
Yeah,
no, but
that's important.
It could be the
like
smallest thing.
Like lighting and stuff like that.
For new filmmakers, I think we shot it really well, you know.
No,
that was
I'm not
good.
gonna lie. Even when I watched it back, I was like, raw, like this
Calvi
is.
done his thing, Scott.
It's proper.
It was.
You know what? Even with a movie, right? Sometimes I can even just look at a trailer or even just the
It's
actual
true,
shot.
trailers.
What do you call it?
The monitor. No, what
you know, like the
Preview?
No, not even a preview, just a picture of the
Yeah,
actual movie
the
itself.
image.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
image. And I look at him and say, no, that looks rubbish. And I just like keep it moving. I don't even have to watch the movie. I just roll this.
Trailer is
come
important.
down to budget, you know.
Yeah,
true. The camera, the lenses, they're so important. These are like expensive
You know what?
things.
I don't even believe that that's always the case. You know what? I remember one of my favorite movies was that movie Phone Book with Colin Farrell, right? And he was in a phone.
That's a good
He was in a phone
film.
book. He was in a phone for the whole movie.
That's still a
that's
still a decent budget.
That's a good.
All right, Colin Farrell. All right, you're right.
That was a good film though. It's one location.
Yeah,
one location.
That's
Yes,
what
sick.
good storytelling.
So another question I wanted to ask you, like in terms of like kind of like nominations, like Oscars and all that kind of stuff. Do you feel like that black actors, film producers, directors get enough Oscars and that kind of stuff?
I don't think they're getting their it's
Their
due
credit.
the credit that they should be getting, but I think it's changing. I think it's changing. You know, you've had.
I think it's definitely changing.
You know, you had 12 Years a Slave, you had Moonlight, you've had like there's a lot of British actors who are going over to America and they're killing it with the acting and doing big movies and stuff. I think it's changing, but my thing is like obviously everyone would love to get an Oscar, but I think us as black people need to stop trying to get exceptions from other people.
True.
Like, why can't we just do our thing and make our own Oscars and stuff like
Yeah.
that? I feel like it's like
make our own Oscars, yeah?
It's like
it's
like you're not good enough. You get this.
Yeah. And I feel like for me, my attitude always I don't care about that. If you want to give me one, I'm not gonna say no, but I'm not gonna base my life on I have to get Oscar or BAFTA. I've never been invited to the BAFTAs. I'm not part of the BAFTA community or committee or whatever they call it. Like I'm not forcing that. I'm not like I'm just as long as my films bang. The community loves it, they do good numbers, and I can make a good living of it and feed my family and change people's lives around me. Like that's the most important thing. It's about giving opportunities to young actors, young directors, producers, and also like changing lives. Because for me, success is like about changing the lives of people around me.
I was just gonna ask you that as well. Like, why do you do it? Like, why do you do it? Like movies. Like, why do you have such a passion for it?
I love movies because there's not enough movies representing us. I feel like that filmmaking's a posh thing, innit? If you want to go film school, it's like 100K, like it's 50, like it's a privileged thing. Like when I used to look at filmmakers, they were like privileged people. I didn't have people around me from my hood saying I make movies.
Yeah.
Now there's a few man you can say, yeah, my brother makes movies, you know. Like,
Yeah.
and then kids can see that and be like, wow, he made movie, or he made the intent that I can do it. And then it's like, you know, it sets it off where people now, instead of saying, oh, I just want to be a rapper or a footballer, they say, you know what, I want to be a director. I want to make movies.
Do you know a question I really want to know? You might have an answer to it. See, like in a music industry now, right?
Yeah.
Where an artist can literally just go out there, make his music, get it distributed, and he's actually, if he markets it the right way, or he's got like a hood buzz or whatever, he can just like blow from that. It might not happen all the time, but it can happen, yeah? With movies, is there any type of same type of thing? Is there any way that you can upload a movie to, like, independently and kind of
I think
or is it a lot
people
harder?
have shown that you can like make a small movie, upload it on YouTube and it connects.
Okay,
connects like Rapman's
Rapman's
things,
thing.
Shower Story. You make
Or
that
like
movie.
series, like kind of like.
And those things like they've made it, they've put it out themselves, and it's just got kaboom, you know.
But can it get any bigger than that on their own, or do they still need the massive distribution?
I feel like you definitely need the distribution to get into the cinema, because the scene's very tight. It's like I said before, we had to rent independent cinemas. I feel like the movie business is like, you need money to promote your movie. Like, to be in the cinemas costs money. You can't get in the, like, you need money.
I didn't do that.
And also, if you are you need marketing. Like, people say, oh, why is your film not on the bus? Do you know how much money it costs your films across the buses? Or why is your film not on all the billboards? Or why is it like a good campaign to promote a film is £1 million?
Wow.
Can I ask you a question? Who do you look up to as your favorite movie director? You know, like, I have to ask, because you know, like, everyone's got someone that they.
It's a good
You know,
question.
I feel like
It's a question.
Wait, actually, answer. Yeah, no. This is so not over here.
Do you know what it is?
obviously I've grown up with the debate ones like Spike Lee, John Singleton, like,
But
like those guys are the people that I look to, because they were the closest persons that I could like connect with.
Identify
Do you
yourself with,
understand? They're talking about culture. They make Spike Lee do the right thing, Jungle Fever, like the list goes on, you know. And I always look to America. Like, my hustle, like my idols have always been like Jay-Z, Puffy, Birdman, like, you know, Master P. So I religiously watch documentaries, DVD. Like, up to this day, like, I can watch Drink Champs for hours, because I'm just like, oh my God, I'm such a like.
Because you think, because we
Yeah.
didn't have anyone here.
No, yeah.
Like,
So they're like, for me, the closest person I saw anything like that was Mega Man. Like, I met Mega Man, and I went around Mega Man. I was like, oh my God, this operation is crazy. And like, people working for him, office putting out. So for me, he was the closest thing to me in the UK of like near to them guys.
Yeah.
And for me, I just love people who make something out of nothing and bring their people and their community with them. You know, set up offices and set up businesses, because what I learned about filmmaking is a business. As much as we talk about the film and everything, you have to set up limited companies, you have to get a bank, you have to get like an accountant, you have to like, you got to know the business. From when I'm coming to ask him for money, I got to know the business, because I got to report to him, I got to report to, do you understand? There's a whole business side of filmmaking that nobody knows about, and like me and Femi do all of that. So it's like, also it's all good being creative and having ideas, but do you understand the film business?
Can I just let you know as well? I love it when I'm scrolling through my bank account and I see you know, like X amount of money coming in from It's a Lot. I'm like, nice. Residual income, baby.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you need to be on point. Like, you need to have your business set up. And me watching people like Mega Man, seeing the Diddy's, the Birdmans, the Master P's, and seeing how they monetized everything, you know. Like, I was watching Master P the other day selling cereal. I was like, why have we not even got like a black cereal?
Oh, is it?
That's good.
That's hard.
They
That's a good
monetized
idea.
every little thing, like down to the T. So for me, it was just like learning how to be a businessman as well as being a hustler. And for me, I've studied those people, being around you, learning about things and property and all these things that I just learned being around people who are very educated in business. Like, you don't have to be the smartest man. I wouldn't say I'm the smartest man at all, but I've got a hustle mentality, and that's so
100%.
I'm up for learning. Like I never know too much, you know. I'll ring him and ask him like, how do you do this, or what does that mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we act like we know.
Yeah.
You're afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, we're afraid. And another thing, don't be afraid to read. I read like loads of books. Like if you want to be great, study those people.
If not audio books, man.
Yeah,
Everyone's talking. I know they don't like reading, but at least get audio books.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what would you say to like a young person who wants to like season 10 and stuff, and they're like, I want to make this and da, but they feel like
What's 3 things?
Pick up an iPhone, a camera, or anything. It doesn't matter what sort of camera it is. Learn the craft. Start shooting in the park. Get your brethren, your nan, your mum. Sometimes the talent is just around you. Don't feel like you need big actors or you need a rapper. Just shoot.
facts.
Some of them little hand
Yeah. Because you know what thing I used to watch all this. Is it Circle of Revenge? There was a thing there, Circle of Revenge on the internet. I used to love that.
Circle of Revenge.
Yeah, it was like a South London thing. Like I was like on that religiously, like watching that, and that's before I even made a film. And I just think like it doesn't matter as long as you're trying, and as you try, you'll get better and better and better because
Sharpen your tools.
sharpen your tools. Because even through COVID, I've been shooting loads of music videos. And I was like, why don't I shoot music videos? Because it will help me get better as a filmmaker. And it's like
Some of them looking sick as well.
Yeah,
the ones I've
like
seen,
that,
they look
yeah.
hard.
would you ever make
Very
like
hard.
a musical like
100%,
film?
100%. I want to make a kids film. I want to make.
That's my point.
I want to
Everything.
make I'm not pigeonholed. I just want to make good
Movies,
films
yeah.
and movies and good content, and my content's gonna grow. Yeah, I love gangster films. Like that's my thing. I do. I'm not gonna pretend.
We all
Everyone,
do.
people get
Love
onto
a bit
like,
of gangster.
oh, why are you making those type of films? Like, cause I like them. It's a genre.
Yeah. They will still go to the movie and watch an action film. It's an action film, innit? Like
People will give you stick about why you making those films, but that's the same films they enjoy watching.
Yeah.
But because it's you,
Yeah.
because it's you making it and they're not making it.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't you be original?
Because look how many white gangster films there is.
Loads. There's loads.
We watch them. We
Goes
we
on
love
and
them.
on.
We love them.
We love them.
Scarface,
We don't have no problem with it.
Good for, like we have no problem. But
Yeah.
when we
don't call it white gangster
Yeah,
films.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's just a film. Yeah, it's just a film.
and I hate when people say like even I used to say oh yeah street films. No, it's a film.
Yeah.
Like, I need to take
It's a
that
genre,
out.
innit?
Yeah, it's just a film.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a street film. It's not a hood film. It may represent things from the street. But it's global, it's world,
Yeah.
like it's on Netflix.
Everyone can relate,
people
like,
stop
yeah.
me. When I go abroad, people stop me all around the world.
I
"Oh,
love
you from
that.
the intent? You from the intent?
I've been out with Slim and like people are stopping asking for autographs and this. And I'm like, come on, my boy.
Is it? Oh.
Rotterdam was crazy.
That was a good trip, man. That was a good trip. We need to do that
Like,
again.
and it shows you like how much people appreciate your work. Something that we just came up with our idea, and you go Rotterdam, and people are stopping us. Oh, you're from the intent. It's like you see the growth. And for me, it's just like we just have to keep growing and keep telling stories and lift each other up. You know,
100%.
That's the point.
100%,
We're in that phase
100%.
now because everyone's been trying to do their own thing, but I think we got to come together as a collective. And I think everyone comes with their own individual ideas and just bring them together and actually try and make them work. Because we're at a phase in our lives where we can actually do it. Whereas before, you would have an idea, but no one would have the facilities to be able to do it. Now you've got the internet. Now you've got, like I said, phones with great quality cameras, and you've just even just an idea. You have the facilities to do it. You just have to actually put your mind to it, get it out there. And once it's out there, someone will listen. Do you get what I'm saying? Once you throw it out there, as long as it gets good enough, people will be like, oh, okay, this is actually a good idea. Why don't we try it? Because everyone wants to actually try to do things now. Whereas before, they didn't really want to touch black people and doing things. Now everyone's on the point of, okay, let's see what they've got. And so, yeah.
And people need to stop trying to play like everybody off against each other. Like, them man are the intent, them man are top boy. Them. No, listen. I love all of those things. Like, I support all the man them. I love
Like everyone can win.
Yeah,
like,
I love Blue Story. I love Top Boy. Like, I'm fans of all those work. Like, I will post that no matter what. I will rate that like no matter what because it's man them making moves.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, when people like to me like, oh yeah, but this man, I'm like, so this.
I think what a lot of people
I rate them moves.
I think a lot of people are still stuck in like the mindset back then. Even though it was wrong, you can kind of understand it back then because there was nothing popping. So everyone wanted to be the first person to make something pop. Now everything's popping.
Everything's popping.
It's not gonna discredit your thing or make your thing.
People like to think there's a scarcity and there's no scarcity. There's an abundance.
Come on, man.
Abundance
There's
everybody.
enough. It's not crabs in the bucket, man. We don't need to be pulling each other down to make our
I feel like when you like sometimes when you help or support us, man, that helps uplift your thing.
Exactly.
Oh my God, them man, their things doing their thing.
Listen,
Yeah,
It's
facts.
good
energy.
Listen, I never pull down the next man's thing because I know how hard
It is.
It is.
To even get there.
Exactly.
to do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, I would never say, oh, that man's thing's dead or I don't rate it or that. Just the fact that he tried and he done something, I rate that.
Yes.
Just that I don't have to shoot off the roof and say I'm the biggest fan of it, but I
Yeah.
rate you because you're doing something. You're changing your life. You're changing people's life, and you're trying. Because enough man are like, oh yeah, you should have made the intent like this. I'm like, bro, what did you do?
What did you do?
Like, no, I'm not saying that I can't take
said, what did
advice
you do?
from other people. I don't
Yeah,
listen
of
'cause I
course.
do. But it gets annoying when people think they know so much.
Yeah.
They don't understand what it takes to even get there.
Credentials.
They're
Yeah,
called
yeah.
champagne talkers.
Not only that though.
It's a
The thing
champagne
the thing about it is that if you've got such a huge opinion, then go and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but they never can do it themselves. That's why they got opinions.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
people that actually are doing it, we haven't got time for opinions. You're too busy off doing your own thing.
Yeah. But I think we've come a long way. I think there's gonna be many more.
Yeah, I
There's
feel
many
like
more.
it. I
There's
feel
like
like-
I've got loads in the gun ready to go or ready to shoot and do. Corona kind of slowed me down. I was able to do the Against All Odds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, going on with
Yeah,
that.
that for me that was just like a little passion project. Like it wasn't meant to be anything, to be fair.
Yeah.
But once I put my mind to something, I was just like, you know what, this needs to be something. And then I was able to get a situation with Motown, and they was like, yeah, this is sick. Go and do a soundtrack. Blah blah blah, and I was like, alright, cool, yeah, this makes sense. And then they came back to me and they was like, oh, would you be interested in doing a Channel U reunion for it? And I was like, yeah, that sounds sick. Like at first I wasn't sure, and then I was like, is Channel U too old and dated? It was like, no, it's a nostalgic piece. It makes sense. And I was like, yeah, it actually does make sense. So we done a Channel U takeover for 7 hours. We shot all the content for it. We shot music videos. And then we released the first part of the movie. It's actually not even a movie. It's going to be a series. And we went out and we showed it on Sky on the old Channel U channel for 7 hours, and it was like a major success, and everybody was like feeling it and stuff like that. And it just, for me, it's about getting into like programming, TV shows, and learning as well more as a filmmaker and a creator how things are done, and trying to like program more TV, because I would love to have a TV station.
That'd be big.
Like my
That'd be
own
hard.
BET,
Own studio,
yeah, because it just makes sense. We don't have one here. So
that
for
can
me-
happen, man. That can definitely happen.
So it's just the grind's just still on. We're grinding away, and we're just enjoying life as much as we can with this madness going on around the world.
Definitely. Well, look, we're closely coming to an end of this amazing episode.
Really enjoyed
So-
this one.
Yeah. But what I want to do is I just want to ask our two guests a couple of questions. Nothing major. I mean, like for you, what I want to know is like in the next like 4 to 5 years, how do you see the comic book like going and
I see it
progressing?
happening. Listen, I see the comic book in 4 to 5 years. I think that we're gonna have so many new characters first and foremost, because we got CJ being one of them, big up, and then we're gonna have
CJ,
maybe 4 or 5
That's
years.
on camera. That's on camera.
We're trying to. Hopefully, this is
No. Hopefully, you just said
I'm visualizing it.
Now you
for
have to.
Hello.
Alright, we'll go try. But yeah, like I said, is that I feel like, in 4 to 5 years, we're gonna have the animation.
I don't think you finished that though. You said you see
CJ, and who else? Who else?
I see a bunch of other people. I see like the characters.
Yeah, you're other people. You're other people. We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll have to work on
You gotta do the raffle thing. You gotta do the raffle thing. Yeah? The raffle man.
the golden ticket.
Oh my days.
No, baby,
You
no.
should never have mentioned that. You should never have mentioned it.
Listen, don't say something you can't deliver.
All right, look, we're gonna try our best to try and get CJ on. And I just feel like we're gonna make a movie. The animation, I'm definitely about the animation, but I feel like the movie's gonna come. because
Animes.
Everyone's saying they want the movie. So
Movie would be
we
hard.
just want to make it into actually a whole universe where it's not just one world. We've got multiverses. You've got a world of magic in there. You've got all different parts. But we're the stars. But we've got a bunch of people in there, like I said. But we just want to have more. We just want to make it into. We want it to be its own kind of world where everyone knows about it and everyone just accepts it's there. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, when you meet someone, you kind of, in real life, you're going to kind of hope that they're going to get into the comic at some point. We're trying to get into that level there where it's like, and you know, so you can kind of just bring people in and then everyone's excited to see that person coming in. Yeah, we just want to make, and we just want kids to know our names. I'll be honest with you. I'm just happy to be a superhero. Like, real talk, apart from, listen, from the moment he said that concept, I was like, what, so am I in it? Yeah, obviously, same as everyone. And I got in there from the beginning, and then as the story was progressing, it's like, yeah, I became the richest man on the planet, and it was just like, yeah, but the truth is that everyone needs to understand that we're all like it's a new era that's happening at the moment, and the truth is that like everyone, like people are starting to pay attention to what we're doing, and the truth is that we've always given content, and we've given culture and everything for free. But it's like now
we're monetizing.
Yeah, now we're monetizing it.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, I want to be bigger than Marvel, bigger than DC. I just want it to be like the biggest there is, and everyone to know my name.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. That's
gonna happen.
Yeah,
I said it on Jerk and Jollof with the Juice, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, man.
Trust me. That energy.
Yeah, nah, man. It's a good time, man. It's a good time.
Slim, yourself now. Next 4 or 5 years. We don't want to go too far. We know 10 years.
Next 4 or 5 years. I want to have more movies. I definitely want to have a film studio where people can come and shoot content. And
Tyler Perry studio.
Yeah, kind of Tyler Perry vibe. I want to have my own cinema, you know. I want to have my own.
Okay, come on.
That sells our food, our culture, little bowling and them kind of thing there, you know what I'm saying? Showing
like Mega Bowl.
Showing films that we don't really see over here, American films.
Like
yard
throwback
films,
films.
like throwback films and stuff.
I can see that.
Just like, I definitely want to have that. And just making more content, TV shows, game shows, just pushing the culture forward, 100%, you know, and giving people opportunities. Because there's so much talented people who just haven't got breaks or not able to get, like, nobody's giving them that break, and it's like crabs in a bucket. So I just hope we can all help each other.
Yeah, 100%.
Quick question I want to ask you, actually.
Me?
Yeah, all of you. Best film ever. What's your best film ever?
Best film ever.
If you could only have one film, you could only what? If you could only take one film, one film and one CD, one album. What would you take with you?
Yeah, you went it hard.
I'm gonna say mine first.
Alright, go on.
Gladiator.
You're not entertained.
I love Gladiator. That for me has got to be my favourite film.
And an album?
Or music album.
Yeah, you only got one of each.
Red Summer, CJ 100. And I'm not saying it because he's my cousin, but I must admit, there's other music out there that I do like, but you see his, I had his on repeat for like the whole year. That album there, brilliant, masterpiece. Well done, you.
My favorite genre is rom-com, so I don't know. Okay, I'll say Love and Basketball. I know everything word for word. And then favorite album. I'm gonna say Chris Brown's first album, which is called Chris Brown, just because that's no skips for me. Like top to the end, there's no skips. That was a good album.
Banks.
Boy, you know, you knew what you were doing with this.
No,
one. I got to draw. Like, I can't just say one. Like Scarface is a classic.
You gotta say one. You gotta say one.
He's good.
There's all three of them are classics.
One.
All right, Scarface. It has to be
Scarface.
It has to be, man. Album wise,
he was brilliant.
I don't know.
So you're taking Scarface with you, yeah?
Yeah, I'm taking Scarface in my movie. It has to go with me.
And then album.
Album. Probably Biggie, Life After Death.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mine are Biggie, Life After Death, hands down. Love the album. And movies, for me, there's so many movies I love, but I think I'd have to go for American Gangster with Denzel.
Yeah.
That was always my album. What's his name? What's his name? Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
Idris Elba's in it.
But that's Russell Crowe again, coming back from Gladiator.
Yeah, it's bad.
Russell Crowe's just a good actor.
I think Shutters.
Shut up!
Bad. I
don't want to say it's my best, but
for me, it's one of my best films.
Okay.
Shutters and probably 50 Cent. Give it, should I try?
Ooh.
50 Cent's album was a
50
good album.
Cent. That was a good album.
You had that played in your car for like forever.
I bust everyone on 50
Yeah, I'm not
Cent.
gonna first time I heard of 50 Cent
I
was
bust
for you.
everyone on 50 Cent and Drake.
Yeah, that's
No, you never. Drake.
No.
Drake.
No, you did. No,
You did still.
No,
Not for me.
but for me.
Yes, I did.
What's my
John
Drake?
Drake early, yeah.
Early.
Mixtape when Drake was just barring. When
Played
Drake
him
was
for
just
like
barring.
forever.
Okay, well.
When he's doing all the songs with Trey songs and
There was
them-
no
Yes.
singing.
I
There
like
was no
that
singing.
song with Trey.
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
boring.
I like that
mixtape
song.
with Trey songs. It was hard.
That
still.
was.
And yours?
I can't put intent and all that in there, obviously, but I would think I would probably take. No, that sounds dead. Just picking up my own movie. I'll take.
You know what?
I'll take Juice. I'll take Juice.
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 Friday.
Oh, Friday is
I'll
hard.
take Juice.
Oh, it's Friday. I was like
Tupac.
five.
I think
Yeah,
Tupac's.
that's a classic.
Tupac's
Juice.
crazy in it.
Yeah.
And I would take Graduation.
Lauryn Hill.
Kanye?
No, that's
Kanye.
Miseducation.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. How did I forget all the
Lauryn Hill's
Kanye?
I like that
Miseducation.
Was it
album.
college? What's the first one?
College
What's the
Dropout.
first one?
College Dropout. College Dropout.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was
No,
thinking.
College
I
College
think
Dropout.
with the teddy bear.
You know,
Yeah,
you might
that's
be right, you know.
College
You might be
Dropout.
right,
College
you know.
Dropout and Juice.
You might be
That's
right
what
with that, you know. Kanye
If
was
I had a
cool.
second film, it'd be Friday. Friday would be number 2. We might be number 1 still, but. I wouldn't
All
say-
right, guys. Well,
Friday's
look,
hard.
this has been a really, really great episode. I've loved it. I knew that, you know, with both of you on it, as well as the rest of our amazing cast, we was going to have a really, really great episode. So what I want you to do is both give off your handles, whether it's Instagram, wherever else you're most social on.
Cool.
Give it off for me, please.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, you can catch me at Banks 4.0 on Instagram, and you can also find the Age of Heroes and Villains at the Age of Heroes and Villains.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can
Slim
catch
Ting.
me at Nicky Slim Ting on Instagram. That's all my socials. NickYSlimting. Nicky Slim Ting, one word.
Mad. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to Jerk on Jollof with the JOOFS and come and spend some time with us. And yeah, just come and hang with us, man. You know how we do. Yeah,
It's been dope.
It's been
Big
a
up.
pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.